morning. What a wild one for your team on Saturday in Bowie's Creek. Down 11 late, but rallied to win 30-27 in overtime. What did you like most about your team's comeback?
Yeah, it was great football game. It was one of those things that, you know, I applaud this team for the resiliency and the guts and the determination and the never quit attitude. To be down, I actually got the ball about like 3:19 remaining and got it to the 2 minute mark, still down 11 points, and was able to watch kind of the operation of guys just keeping poise and making the calls, making the plays that were allow us to to get down to the very end. You know, got the touchdown. Tyler did a we moved the team, got a touchdown, and then had a 2 point conversion. And then after that, you still have an opportunity to kick that onside. You get an onside, you recover it, and then you drive the ball down again. And with seconds on the clock, Keegan Shackford kicks a field goal, and you tie the game. And there's 1 second left in that, and then we go into overtime. Our defense was able to hold them to a field goal, and then Tyler Hughes once again. We get the ball, and we score a touchdown, and so a really good game in terms of executing to the end of game, the scenarios that are going to allow you to win a game. Wish we could have done things better, early on. We missed, a few tackles at the beginning, had some explosive runs, had a one run, that long run that they ended up having a fumble at the end right there. So, kind of control your own destiny. But the thing about football is you got to be able to rise to the ebbs and flows and not let the highs get you too high and the lows get you too low. And when you have an opportunity to compete, stay focused and directed in terms of finishing, then the elements of, offense, defense, special teams, all those things showed up. So very happy for the players. And this, now looking for an opportunity for our last conference game, coming up here. But very, very pleased with the effort and the outcome, obviously.
Got some questions written in from Marty, and I'll start with the first one. Just commented about Tyler Hughes' poise in close games and what he felt like stood out on Saturday in his late game play in the win over Campbell.
Yeah, Tyler's done a tremendous job. What you're seeing is the maturation of a quarterback during the course of the season. Even though he's been a guy that's been here, has gotten better. His skill set is shown, every game. Being able to throw the ball, being able to run the ball. The couple runs that were just outstanding. The scramble on the 2 point play, some of the other scrambles, that extended, to get a first down. Him be able to throw the ball, just those types of things. To watch him grow and mature and become a really good player, really good leader, and help this football team win games going down the stretch. It's been big, and so I appreciate his development and his willingness. His coach, what do I need to do? Like I said, Coach October and Brian Randall have done a really good job of bringing him along and getting to the place where he is now. We're going to need him, this game and any other game. We're going to need him particularly for this game to still have a chance to win another conference game. But Tyler, like I said, he's done a really good job for us thus far.
That kind of plays into Marty's next question, which Tyler got. I think it was his first start, but at Hampton and had a really big game in that one. Marty wanted you to talk about his efforts in that start at Hampton, and how that helped his maturation to maybe where he is today.
Yeah, I mean, we're all judged on demonstrated performance, and then sometimes what happens, he did have a good game at that point, but there was an expectation this guy's going to be fantastic since he's your starter going in the beginning of the season. Well, there was a growth and maturation process to that as well. And so as he coming out of that game, going into the summer, going into training camp and into the early part of the season, and as we've been going now, he's really put his game together in terms of not just his legs, but his ability to throw the ball, make the reads, and lead the football team. So it's that growth and maturation process, and he's done a really good job of doing that, surrounding himself with, and he'll be the first to tell you that, it's not just him, it's the people surrounding him and his coaches. He's got God-given ability and talent. He's not a braggadocious guy. He's not a me, I guy. He's a team guy, and he's excellent in what he does, and he's been demonstrating that on the field these last few games.
Now, the final one from Marty, just a comment on the late season surge from your whole special teams unit, and then the clutch kick by Keegan Shackford, not only the two 40 plus yarders early in the game, but the clutch one there at the end.
Yeah, Coach Blastock has done a really good job, and it's more of the buy-in too. I mean, the guys that have bought into the fact that special teams can win you games, it can change outcomes, it can change field position. And, when you buy in and guys give the ultimate effort, I mean, you always talk about complementary football with offense, defense, and the special teams element of us for us has been really, really big this year. The punts, a young freshman, returning, punts that, had a chance last week and this week to catch the ball. He took a big hit, but at the same time, he bought into I want to be there. Kickoff return, one block away from taking it all the way. And so the buy-in, the opportunity to go after and block kicks, the opportunity for Keegan to do well. I remember, I think it was a UNH game. He missed a field goal, a couple field goals, and people were all upset about him. And you guys need to make a switch and all that stuff. But I'm committed to the players that commit to the program, and watching the practices and watching his development. His mom is our head women's soccer coach here. He's as tough as she is, and he's to have a game like this with the kicking and the yards. I think it was a 47, 48 yarder, 230 something plus yarders, point after touchdowns. He's done a really, really good job. And so I'm glad, we had the faith in him. He had the faith in us, and he was able to do things that really helped this football team win a game.
Your team's on the road on Saturday at Hampton. Nice short trip for you. But as you get ready for the Pirates, just talk about some of the challenges they present and the fact that it's a good local rivalry there in the Tidewater area.
Yeah, I know Coach Boykin. I've known him for a long time in his coaching profession. He does a good job. Good coach, good person. I know that they're looking for wins and opportunities to be highly competitive. They have a very athletic team. Offensive line very big. They run the ball well. I mean, they can run the ball. Their quarterbacks involved in their runs. They got running backs that do a really good job. Receivers that can go up and get it. Defensively, they run around and they get after it. They apply pressure. I believe they're number one in the CAA in tackles for losses. So they can disrupt the running game and things like that. So it's a home game for them, and how everybody knows how important it is to try to get those home game victories. And it is a 30-minute, maybe 25-minute bus ride down the road. Don't have to go through the bridge tunnel. So hopefully we'll get there on time like we're supposed to. But like I said, it's another in-state school. It's a way for us to, as I said, be highly competitive in this conference. What a great conference with the conference teams that are representing the CAA. But it's a chance to get another win, and that's the thing for us. I mean, I believe another win would at least ensure a winning season for this year. But but the thing is about the conference game and being relevant in that. And so we'll see what happens at the very end. But got hats off, credit to Coach Boykin. I know they'll be ready, as a football team and as a program, and we look forward to traveling down there with our fans as well, and competing with them.
After some of the struggles you guys have had on the road to win a game in the way that you won it, and for your guys to, like you said, in all three phases to contribute, how big of a bounce do you feel like that might give you here during the last few weeks of the season?
Obviously, there's a mental approach to it that you lose on the road against Virginia. They're a good football team.
Right.
You lose UNH, they're a good team. Villanova, they're a good team. Things like that. But it goes back to the elements of the controllables between the white lines and guys just doing their job. And when you do that at a high level, then you put yourself in a position to come out on top. And like I said, the other team tries too. The other team has
Yep.
tape. The other team, does scouting reports and all those things. But when you come away with a victory like that, then you know that you can do it, again. And so now the next opportunity is another away game. even though it's right down the road, but it's their home venue. And so we're gonna need the same effort, the buy-in, the commitment, have a great week of practice. We had everybody, thankfully that played this past game and got guys back, so we're relatively healthier than what we've been in the past. And so we want to end, the conference game on a positive note, but we got to go down there and play because it's a good football team we're going to play.
All right, Mike. Thanks as